Hi everyone, welcome to day 27. Today I want to talk about one of my favorite topics. I know I say everything is my favorite topic, but this really is one of my favorite topics and something that I've really been looking into lately and doing my research and my homework on is essential oils. So what I'm going to do is talk a little bit about what essential oils are and then talk about some specific oils that can be used for certain symptoms and can be used in replacement for a lot of different conventional medicines and products that we might use. Okay, here we go. So what is an essential oil? An essential oil is a natural compound found in plants, and it's typically the compounds that give plants their smells, so they're aromatic. They can also be compounds that give plants their color, their other characteristics, such as some plants have a natural defense mechanisms in terms of in the form of chemicals. These particular compounds are extracted from the plants either by steam distillation or through some kind of cold pressing extraction. The compounds are very powerful, very potent, but yet they yield safe benefits and no side effects. They are used as a tool to treat a variety of symptoms. And the figure on the bottom right shows a zoomed in view of a peppermint leaf. The peppermint leaf plant, or the peppermint plant, is on the left. And so these are the oil sacs on the peppermint leaf, and those oil sacs are what actually are extracted, and the compounds within those oil sacs are actually what you find in a bottle of peppermint oil, assuming that it's a good brand, which we will talk about. Okay, so this is actually really cool. So the essential oils work extremely fast in comparison to other types of products and medicines. So I'm going to show you a couple of slides, and each slide is a sample of red blood cells and their response to a particular essential oil blend called Balance, which is a grounding blend, and it has different types of compounds in there that help to balance basically and ground the user. And so here's what the blood cells looked like before the essential oil had been applied. And then immediately after, another picture was taken, and this is what the same cells looked like. So as you can see, these cells look a little less clumped together. They have a lot more space between them. They're a lot freer. And the ones before that didn't have the oil, they were a lot more clumpy, and they were on top of each other, and they just didn't look very happy. So I think that's a pretty powerful graphic in terms of what an essential oil can do, because they literally, during this experiment, they dropped the oil on and took a picture immediately, which is very, very fast. So these things work very quickly. Okay, so now let's talk about essential oil safety. They're very safe and very gentle, and they have few, if any, side effects. It's important to keep them out of the eyes, ears, and nose because some of them can be irritating to different mucous membranes, but some of them you can actually ingest safely and it's not a problem. Some of them you'll need to dilute with a carrier oil. Typically carrier oils such as coconut oil, I guess a vegetable oil can be used, but it's important to not dilute them with water because oil and water don't mix, and so you're not really able to spread the essential oil on to anything evenly. Skin sensitivity is probably The only side effect that you might have to worry about, and that's the primary safety issue associated with essential oils, it's always important to follow all label directions. And so essential oil companies will typically publish some kind of key that shows how the oil can be used and whether or not you should take precautions when applying it to skin. So the different application methods are aromatically, so basically just breathing it in, topically, applying it to the skin, or internally, so that's through ingestion. And then the topically category of application is separated into different skin sensitivities. So if the essential oil has a tendency to cause irritation, then it will probably be you'll probably need to dilute that particular oil with a carrier oil when applying it to skin. And then same thing for young or sensitive skin. If the oil has a tendency to be irritating for sensitive skin, then that probably will need some kind of dilution. And then there are others that are absolutely fine to apply directly with no dilution, and that's called neat. Okay, so this graphic shows the difference between essential oils and pharmaceuticals and personal care products. So basically, essential oils promote emotional, physical, and spiritual healing all at once. They have a broad spectrum, so any one oil can be used for a variety of ailments. They more often than not contain very powerful antioxidants. They help to prevent genetic mutations. They're all natural and derived from plants. They're non-toxic to a point. Of course, everything is, but they're relatively safe. So, of course, you don't want to drink a whole bottle of essential oils. Not only will that be a waste of money, but also probably wouldn't do much, because when it comes to essential oils, a little goes a long way. So you really don't need much. 1 or 2 drops, and that's probably it. Chronic exposure yields chronic benefit. And what that means is that the more you use them, the more benefit you will get from them. They can also be combined with other oils to increase effectiveness, and there's no issue really with combining different oils. One may negate another, so it might not be as effective, but it definitely will not cause any harmful side effects by combining them. And essential oils also contain oxygen molecules, which help to transport nutrients to cells that need that particular compound. And then pharmaceuticals and personal care products basically are synthetic, made in the laboratory, very toxic at low doses, so you really have to keep track of your dose. Chronic exposure yields harmful and sublethal effects, so the longer that you use these things, the more harmful effects you may not see. They are sublethal, so that means that something could be happening at the cellular level, but you don't actually feel it or see it happening. But over time, it leads to more stress in the body and could ultimately lead to genetic mutations and all those sorts of things. And then you really do have to worry about combinations with some of the pharmaceuticals and personal care products, because they could have harmful or irritating side effects, and they actually might prevent proper nutrient absorption in cells. And the other thing about these products is the cells really don't know what to do with them, because they're typically man-made foreign types of compounds, and so they might work really well for one single symptom, but at the same time they might also be causing issues and other symptoms to arise. Okay, so let's talk about some specific oils. So lavender is one oil that I use every single day. I put it on the bottoms of my feet at night to help me go to sleep. It really helps me to turn off my mind. And if I'm feeling anxious, I'll take a big whiff of lavender, and that will help to just calm me. Can also use it for any kind of irritation, so irritated skin and lips, or bug bites, bee stings, burns, those kinds of things. And you can massage it on your back, on your neck, on your ears, the bottom of your feet, or you can apply it to a drop. Or you can apply a drop to your pillow at bedtime. The other thing you can do is put a few drops in a diffuser, and then the diffuser slowly spits out lavender compounds, and so you can reap the benefits of lavender for as long as that diffuser is on. Okay, lemon is another one of my favorites. This is a really great detoxifier. It's a great alkalizer. It's a really great cleaner, and it also helps to heal the body too. So you can add a drop of lemon to honey or to water. It helps with sore throats. You can use it in place of lemon. So if you are out of lemons and you really are enjoying your hot water with lemon in the morning, you can use lemon oil instead of fresh lemon juice, whatever you prefer. You can diffuse it in a room to clean the air and to remove any kind of odors. And it also helps to uplift mood because it's a citrus oil, and citrus is very uplifting. You can use it to clean your counters and stainless steel appliances, even your floors. And you can take it internally with water. Peppermint is a very cooling oil and a very invigorating oil. It's really great for muscle tension, and you can combine it with lemon for a healthy, refreshing mouth rinse. You can just inhale, take a deep breath and fill your lungs with peppermint to increase alertness. It also helps to relieve congestion. So if you're experiencing some kind of cold or the flu, it can help with the congestion in your lungs and your sinus cavity. You can add peppermint to a spray bottle and mist your body if you're feeling overheated. So like in the summertime, it's really great to have because it's very cooling. It also helps with nausea, fever, multiple sclerosis, congestion, headaches, and motion sickness. Melaleuca, also known as tea tree oil, is considered to be the first aid oil for the skin. You can apply it to skin blemishes like pimples and zits and different kinds of rashes as part of a daily cleansing routine. You can also add it to your shampoo or conditioner to promote a healthy scalp and hair. It's good for acne, allergies, candida, athlete's foot, cavities, cold sores, eczema, ear infections, lice, ringworm, sore throat, thrush, etc. So it's very good for not just eliminating sources of bacterial infections, but it's also really great for viral and fungal infections too. So it can really help with all types of infections and to help keep wounds clean and to help boost the immune system all at the same time. So oregano is another one that really helps with the immune system. It's natural immune support. So this one you can take several drops in an empty gelatin or vegetable capsule for periodic immune support. So if you're feeling a cold coming on or it's at flu season, you can actually use this in place of a flu shot. Oregano is a very powerful antifungal, antiviral, and antibacterial agent, and it has the ability to distinguish between foreign invaders like funguses and viruses and natural compounds. So it doesn't completely wipe out all of the great bacteria that are in your digestive tract. It only targets the bad ones. And then you can use this by diluting it and applying it to the bottom of the feet. This is one of the ones that probably will have to be diluted because it can be irritating just because it's so potent and powerful. But you can also ingest it internally as part of a monthly cleansing regimen for gastrointestinal health. you can use it for fungal infections, staph infections, and viral infections. So any kind of infection that you might be experiencing or any kind of infection that you'd like to prevent, it can be used for that. Frankincense is one of my absolute favorites. I just love the smell. But frankincense is an extremely healing oil. It's not only used to clean and dress minor cuts and sores, but it's also used for beautiful skin because it promotes healing. It's helpful in healing after surgeries. It's helpful for balancing mood. So if you're feeling depressed, it will help uplift you. If you're feeling anxious, it will help calm you down. So it's a really great balance for emotions. It can help fight cancer. It reduces inflammation in the body, and it can also help to improve vision. So it can be used with lavender and peppermint in order to calm stress and relieve the pain from headaches. And frankincense basically as the ultimate healing oil. So you can basically use it for everything. So when in doubt, use frankincense. Okay, so those are the only oils that I wanted to talk about today. Of course, if you have any questions on specific oils or in general about essential oils, you're definitely welcome to ask me. I wanted to show this figure because I think it's a really powerful graphic which shows what a typical modern medicine cabinet might look like, and how every single thing that's in the medicine cabinet on the left can actually be replaced with some kind of oil on the right. There are other products in this figure, but these products have essential oils in them. So you don't need the products, you just need the oil, and the oil can replace something that's on the left or can replace 5 to 10 things that are in that medicine cabinet on the left. So essential oils can change your life. They can eliminate a lot of toxins, but at the same time help you relieve symptoms that you're typically turning to modern, traditional, over-the-counter, or even prescription medications for. So essential oils can be life-changing. And they were for me.